The day after my mom's surgery, as she was being prepped for discharge, she could already feel something was wrong. She told the doctor she needed to stay longer for observation, but the insurance company would only cover one night's recovery in the hospital. My mom eventually died as a result of the infection she got from that surgery. An infection that could have been caught and cured had she remained in the hospital for one more day. And do you know what the saddest part is? This is not a unique story in our country. Everyone I know has a friend or a family member with a story just like my mom's. Everyone has a story. My name is Jason Call. I've been an organizer and progressive activist for 30 years, and I taught in our public schools for nearly 2 decades. I've been confronting special interests and standing up for what is right my entire life. I've lived in Everett and Marysville for the last 20 years, so I know we're tired of the inaction from our current corporate representation. It's time for a change. Medical bills have become the #1 cause of bankruptcy for Americans. The cost of housing keeps rising while our wages remain stagnant. The climate crisis threatens the livelihood of our children and grandchildren. And here in the North Puget Sound region, the Navy growlers have caused an extreme level of disruption and pollution to residents and wildlife. We deserve a representative who will put our interests before their corporate donors. That's why I'm running for Congress. Our opponent gets paid a lot of money to avoid these problems, thanks to connections from his time as a lobbyist. He's not listening to our concerns and doesn't even live in the state of Washington. It's time working class people like you and me took our government back from the grips of corporate money and special interests. We need Medicare for all, a Green New Deal, criminal justice reform, tuition-free college, a guaranteed job with a living wage, and affordable housing for everyone. Washington is known to be a progressive leader in our nation. So why doesn't our representation share these progressive values? This is a choice between 2 futures. One where corporations will continue to reap huge profits by ignoring the climate emergency and denying people their right to health care and a living wage, or a vastly different future. One where billionaires pay their fair share in taxes, where our government isn't sold to the highest bidder, and where our children can grow up without poisoned food, water, and air. From Linwood to Oak Harbor to Bellingham, we have to be courageous and ambitious enough to meet this moment with everything we've got. It's time to send someone to Congress who will represent our story. Visit callforcongress.com today and join our movement.